Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Bobby with Lastswimcustoms here, and today we're just going to mix it up. We're going to do something a little different, and what we're going to do is we're going to make some custom swim baits. I'm going to break out a mica powder called Aquamarine. It is a blue color, and I think it just might be something different, something we haven't really taken a look at it yet. And we're going to use some silver flake, I think, some 0.015 small silver flake to match up with some 8mm eyes that I just ordered. And we're just going to hang out, kind of fly by the seat of our pants on this video, and just see if we can come up with some nice new swim baits out of that new epic Bait Molds Slaybait Mold. Okay, time for a little mixy here. This is the aquamarine color that we're going to be using. Hope it looks good. I'm not sure if I've used this before. If I have, I can't remember, so that is just how it's going to be. See if I can do this preferably without dropping the entire bag in there. Okay, let's try that. Let's not go too overboard here. Start mixing this in. I hope this color is a good color. We shall see. We're committing at least 2 cups of plastic to it. Usually like to try stuff like this in smaller amounts, but today we're just going to send it. We're just going to go for it. Kind of liking that. It's not quite as dark as I want it to be, so I'm going to add a little bit more, and if we can't darken it with this, we will switch over and use some liquid pigment and see if we can get it darker that way. Like I said, I'm going to add some of this silver flake here in just a minute. I don't want a ton of it, but I do want a little bit. You can see there, that's pretty clear. Kind of want it darker than that. Let's maybe add some black and see if we can darken this up just a little bit. We'll start with 1 drop. Don't want to go overboard. I don't want it like super dark, but I would like it to be darker than it is at the moment. Okay, that ain't bad. I love the effect that that powder has. Let's do another drop of that. Okay. That's still fairly clear, but as thick as those baits are, it's probably going to be about right. Let's add 1 drop of blue maybe and see if we can change it just a little bit. 1 drop of blue. That blue is pretty potent, so I don't want to go overboard. Doesn't take a lot to change. This is kind of the darker color I wanted, though. I was worried it would be too light, and I think that's about where I want it. Now that we got it there, let's add this as carefully as we can. This is 0.015 silver from Bait Plastics, and we're going to be really careful with this. And by really careful, I mean hopefully not make a giant mess. Let's see. I don't want a lot. I don't want it to look like a disco party in here. Just a little bit. I don't know if that's enough. Not quite enough. We're going to go just a little bit more. We're walking a real fine line here. A little bit more. Oh, hopefully we didn't just achieve disco party. Nah, that's about right. Check that out. That is kind of what I wanted. Now, let's maybe toss this back in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and then we'll shoot some baits. All right, I've decided that we're just going to go all in on the slay bait on these. Pull up some of this plastic here. Hopefully, it looks good in this bigger profile. I think that silver flake's going to be just enough to tie it together with those eyes. Hopefully these aren't too clear. We'll have to see when we demold. It looks pretty clear up here, but I also know how thin it is up here. We'll see when we demold. If we have to, we can always remelt and tweak it a little bit. I can do that off camera and save you guys a lot of headache. Okay, let's do a little demold of this. See if this color is dark enough for us. Oh, those are sharp. Check these out. Just enough silver flake. I think they're going to complement those eyes pretty nice. Yeah, not bad. I'm going to go ahead and run a bunch of these, maybe shoot a time lapse for you guys, and then we'll slap some eyes on these things and check out how they look then. Here's a little sneak peek before I put the eyes on. Perfect amount of silver in my opinion. I think it's going to complement those eyes pretty well. But yeah, there is a few of the sleigh baits, and we'll get you a better look as we put some eyes on these things. All right, let's put some eyes on these things. These are the eyes I'm going to be using. Like I said, silver with a black center. These are 8mm, which I think fit this mold perfectly. Now, I don't ever trust the adhesion of the whatever type of glue they put on the back of these. So I will always recommend putting some super glue on them. I like to use the Loctite super glue gel, and that's just something that I've learned from the community. A lot of the community is super helpful. So if you're not on if you can join the Facebook groups for like soft plastic bait making, they will help you tremendously, and I would definitely recommend that you do that. I don't even know if these have adhesive on the back. These might not, which is fine. We're going to super glue them anyways, but if you were planning on doing that, I don't think these have adhesive. Okay, yeah, they're sticky on the back. You just can't see it. Okay, well, I'm going to do a little bit of a time lapse, and then we'll check these out with some eyes on them. All right, here is what we came up with. I really like the silver eyes on these. That silver flake is just enough to kind of make it match up pretty nice. They're obviously going to change a little bit in the lighting, so I'll give you a couple angles here. I think that eye really stands out, even though it matches good with that silver flake. I've been wanting to do some bigger silver eyes, and this was a great opportunity to get to try that out. I'm pretty impressed with that. The adhesion on the back of those eyes actually seemed to be pretty good, and the super glue will just make that even better. Not too bad. There is a little final look at them over here underneath the shop lights. Like I said, the lighting definitely changes it a little bit. But yeah, that is the LED shop light shining on them. Ended up making 18 of them, so not too bad. Pretty cool color. I'm glad I put the silver flake in that though. I think that really helped bring this together. Not too bad. Well, I think that's pretty well going to wrap this up. We made some really awesome swim baits. I'm a big fan of this color, and it's really different, which is something that I wanted to do. When you're doing the same colors over and over and over again, it's nice just to branch off a little bit. I'm going to offer these in 9-packs, so there'll be 2 packs of these, and I did shoot some slouches in the same color. There'll be 2 packs of them as well. They will be on the store when this video is live, so you can head on down to the description and click on the Etsy link, and it will take you to my store where you can pick these up, assuming they haven't sold yet. If you want to pick up any of the awesome molds we used today, I'll leave a link in the description to Epic Bait Molds where you can go check them out. Super awesome molds, and I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this video where we just kind of hang out, not take it so seriously, and just see if we can come up with something nice. I think we did that, and I'm excited to see you guys catching some fish on these baits. But until then, I will catch you guys in the next video.